Hey everybody, just Jesse here, welcoming you back to my garage, back to my man cave, and back to accountability. All right, guys, today's Tuesday, April 28th, 2020, and I want to talk to you guys about how effective leaders know how to navigate. We're going to utilize Proverbs 16, 1 through 3. Now, that being said, Proverbs 16, 1 through 3 says, "To humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue. All people's ways seem pure to them, but their motives are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans." So a couple of things that these verses teach us are, one, to check the source of our wisdom. The choices we make are consequential to the wisdom that we receive, be it wisdom from God or be it wisdom from the devil. There is no black and white with God. You're either for him or you're against him. He says that in the Bible. The second thing that we need to look is to check our motives. Why do we make the decision that we make, and who's benefiting from it? Is it God or is it the devil? Lastly, we need to check the outcome that we are pursuing. We can only serve one master, and that being said, is the outcome of the journey that we're taking leading towards God, or is it leading away from God? Those are just a couple of things to think of when you're trying to navigate decisions that you're having to make. So there are 5 keywords to understanding how God helps leaders navigate their way through life. And we'll go through them right now. Number 1 would be the process. God's plan usually unfolds over time. Now you got to ask yourself, what is he revealing progressively? What is he revealing over time? Number 2 is purpose. God wants to accomplish his purposes, so why were you created? What is the purpose of your life? And how can you show that it's either for God or against God? Thirdly is potential. God will use your gifts and passion, and I want to know, does this goal fit who you are? Each one of us has gifts and talents that God's given us. He says that in the Bible. And what are we doing to glorify God's kingdom? The fourth thing that we're looking at is prioritize. God will ask you to adjust your time and energy. So what steps must you take? I know that prioritizing things in my life looks really different, but prioritizing my accountability still happens on a daily level. Like, you have to make the choices. They're going to be tough. You're not going to want to do them. You're not going to want to follow through. But being a person of integrity is exactly what God's calling for us. So we need to just go ahead and prioritize our day, figure out what that looks like for us, and then make sure that we keep God in it 100%. And lastly, is the last keyword is proceed. God will eventually require you to act. When should you start? The answers to all of those questions are with God. The easiest way to get those answers are to pray. He'll tell you everything you need to know. So let's take some time out of every day just to communicate with God. Pray when you have some time and ask him to reveal himself to you. I know we all have a lot of extra time these days, and even when we're busy, even when things go back to normal, we still have a lot of time. We have time at meals. We have time while we're driving. We have time while we're awake and not being productive. These are all times that we can get together and pray with God and ask him what he's revealing in our life. So I ask you just to pray. Keep in that communication with God. Keep that line open. That's the only way to grow. That's the only way to go. So if what I've said strikes a chord with you today, then I'm so happy that God has put that on your heart. The other thing is that I want to say, if you think anybody could benefit from this in your life, go ahead and share this video with them. Let them see what it's like to be accountable. Let them see what it's like to be a leader. Because by you sharing this video with them, you are being the leader that God's calling you to be. And we all know that we're supposed to be here to glorify God, number one, and to bring other people to him. So If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you have questions or concerns or anything, reach out to me. Comment on the video here. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. I would love to see all of you guys, and I would love to know that this is helping somebody. The answers that God's giving me are just from the time that I've communicated with Him and a little bit of time that I've been going in my accountability. So I would love to see that for you as well. Lastly, go ahead and ring the bell if you want to see my videos every day, if you need a little bit of encouragement every day, or if you need to be accountable. I'm here. I got you. Either reach out to me on social media or get a hold of me on here, and if you need anything, okay? All right, guys. It was wonderful having you guys today, and I look forward to you being accountable with me tomorrow, and I look forward to having a spot open on the couch so you can join me. All right, guys. Have a good night.